How the heck are you guys? My name is Fastidious and welcome to my channel. It is day 24 in our free-to-play series, and boy do we have a good one for y'all today. But before we get into that, I have something very fun. So if you missed it, you should go check it out. I put out a video today that you guys seem to really like, showing in a 3,000 point event for gear enhancement for Tale of the Forge, how much gold you're gonna need, whether you're leveling up mythic gear from 0 to plus 16 or legendary gear from 0 to plus 12. This kind of gave you a good sense with an optimistic case and a conservative case of how much gold it would take. We kind of settled that you probably need somewhere between the 6.5 to 7.5 million gold range if you want to be really, really safe. It could be more like 5 to 6 if you want to be a little more hoping for a bit of luck, not kind of just planning for pandemonium. However, I had many comments. I'm going to slowly throw all of them up on the screen right now. And it all kind of culminated with a comment from Pink Jesus, what a name, they all were saying, hey, this is great information. We love your infographic, so thank you guys. But this is not the most efficient, so that's what we're looking at now. I have, with the help of Pink Jesus and all these other names you just saw, we have found what actually is the most efficient way. So when I say most efficient, we're also saying cheapest. What is the least amount of gold you can use and comfortably count on the fact that you're going to max out this Tales of the Forge event at 3,000 points. So let's not bury the lead. Let's get right into it. I'm going to take you through the math very quickly. So you can see here, mythic gear 2 plus 12. Points earned per piece of gear. So it's gonna be very specific now, right guys? It's not gonna be like the other thing, which is like a broad case. This is just one specific case where we're gonna figure out the cheapest way you can possibly do it. So from 0 to 4, you get 3 points. From 4 to 8, you get 10 points. From 8 to 12, you get 65 points. Total points earned of a mythic piece of gear from 0 to 12 is going to be 78 points. That's an important number for us. Now, if we move to our right side, you'll see something with legendary gear here. You see some orange, some yellow. Well, the reason I have that is because I had a lot of data, as you saw in the first thing, on what I thought were, anecdotally at least, the average costs it took to take a legendary piece from level 0 to level 12. And I found that was between 70,000 and 100,000. So we had an optimistic case of 70,000 and a conservative case or an estimate of 100,000. So we needed to figure out, it is more expensive degree by degree, interval by interval, level by level with mythic gear than it is with legendary gear to upgrade it. So I just went for the last upgrade interval when you're going to plus 12. So from level 11 to level 12 on a gold piece or a legendary piece, that will be 7,650 gold, 7,650. And on a mythic piece, that will be 9,000. So a quick little calculation here to get the percentage increase in that incremental cost. And we get 9,000 minus 7,650. Get that number, to put it over 7,650, and we get a 17.65% increase. So it is just about 17 or 18% more expensive level by level to upgrade a piece of mythic equipment than it is legendary equipment. So we can go to our old optimistic estimates from the original thing. So like I said, with the legendary pieces to plus 12, it was 70 and 100. Then we apply this 117%, right? 1.1765 multiplier, and we get the optimistic estimate now to bring a mythic piece, not legendary, mythic to plus 12 will be just over 82,000 gold. And then for a conservative estimate, now with 100,000 coming out to 117,650 gold. So now we're back at the same thing we're used to from the first infographic I put out. We have an expected 3,000 points to complete the event, to get max rewards in the event. So the expected event point needed, that is going to be that 3,000. Points earned per piece of gear, as we saw, is 78. Now we have our new numbers. So 3,000 over 78, we're gonna need very specifically 38.46 pieces of mythic gear that we bring up to plus 12. So 38 or 39 pieces, you can't do a fraction of a piece. So the optimistic cost estimate, we can take this number, this slightly above 82,000 gold number, multiply that by our slightly above 38 number, and we get 3.167 million gold. So 3,167,373 gold. That's a lot cheaper. That is, however, the optimistic case. However, if we go to our conservative case, the conservative cost estimate, it still is a good deal cheaper. So we get 38.46 times 117,650 for a grand total price. And I think if you do go this route, and I'll explain why you might not, but if you do go this route, it's about 4.5 million gold. 4,524,819 gold. So shout out to everyone that shouted this out to me. This is something I had considered, but I was really going for more worst case, not cheapest, but then it became very clear to me that people really wanted cheapest. So the cheapest way you can possibly do this is take your mythic gear, bring it to plus 12, because it really only gets expensive once you go from plus 12 to plus 16. It will take a lot of pieces, between 38 and 39 pieces, but you can do it for probably no worse than 4.5 million gold, and maybe as cheap as 3 million gold. The reason I say you likely won't do this, well, you're not just going to take 38 pieces and say, these are the 38 or 39 pieces I will bring to plus 12. Because some of those might go to plus 4 or plus 8, and they're stinky, stinky, stanky, so you don't want to bring them any further. Some of them might go to plus 12, and they're fantastic, so you want to bring it to plus 16. You also might not only have mythic gear, you might have legendary gear. There's a lot of factors. However, if your only goal is how little gold can I spend, which maybe later on in the game it will be for you, this is how you do it. You take between 38 and 39 pieces. I guess it has to be 39 because you can't do a fraction. So 39 pieces of mythic gear, bring it to plus 12, and there you go. Best case, 3 million gold. Worst case, 4.5 million. All that being said, we've got a video about so much other stuff. There's gonna be a lot of Gear Raid 3, a lot of check-ins. Without further ado, let's hop on in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
All right, guys, day 24 in the free-to-play series. We're doing Gear Raid 3 today, and then we're going to check in on the account. So, why are we doing Gear Raid 3? What are you looking at here? Well, we have the Forgotten Memory Oracles Trial, so a special tournament just for Gear Raid 3. We are not farming that high in it, but it's still a great opportunity to get some free individual rewards from the event, and then hopefully get some nice mythic gear. It's the first time properly farming either Gear Raid 2 or Gear Raid 3. So you can see I did 40 multi-fights. Let's slide this and see how we did. I was particularly interested to see the ratio between mythic pieces to legendary pieces, because I did 40 runs here, as you can see. I probably did about 80 yesterday, maybe somewhere between like 70 and 90, I would say. Like a 25 run here, a 35 run here, a lot of manual runs. Maybe it's closer to 100 now that I think about it. But I was feeling like there was a lot of mythic gear, much more mythic gear than I would think. It seemed to be about 50-50. So I figured it looks like it is. So I just was like, let's just count. So these are rows of 6. So 1, 2, 3, that's 18, 19, 20, 24. And here we got, is this gonna work out? 18, 19, 20, 24. So it went exactly 50-50. And with my previous run of 35, which unfortunately I didn't get a screen grab of, I believe it was 18 and 17. 18 mythic, 17 legendary. It might have been slightly different, I guess, because we did have, maybe it wasn't 18 and 17, but it was slightly more mythic than legendary, because you can see 40 runs, but we did have some double drops, right? Because we had 24 and 24, so it seems like 8 times we had a double drop. This just goes to show you how powerful the privilege card is, guys. That's Pirate's Bond, but if anyone does want to spend money, that is what I tell people, that's what you should spend money on. The privilege card, you get extra chances to drop extra gear, and it happens a lot. Did we get any ancient pieces? Looks like absolutely not. They are so rare. I mean, to be fair, this is only Gear Raid 3 stage 15, but it's good to know that even on stage 15, while you're not getting ancient pieces, you're getting a healthy amount of mythics. So I didn't think we were going to farm this event that hard. We still might not to, but we'll see how the tournament's looking in 1 second when we hop in. I want to speak to one more thing, guys, and that is thumbs up. So you can see, it looks like we did pretty good in the thumbs up department. We got 5 thumbs up on mythic pieces and 1 thumbs up on legendary pieces. So 6 out of 40, that's like what, about 1 in 7. That seems like a pretty good thumbs up rate. A little better than 1 in 7, actually. So what does thumbs up mean? My understanding is thumbs up means there's no bad stats, and bad stats are basically flat stats in this game. So let's see if that's true. No. In my very tiny bit of anecdotal experience, when I do check the thumbs up, that's what I thought it was. So I guess it's just when you have a nice main stat and then a nice synergy. So we do have crit damage here, and we do have attack bonus. To me, this is not a thumbs up piece. If the attack bonus rolled, we are lucky that it is the +4 roll. The first roll we'll get is attack bonus, so we get instant feedback. You guys know how important that is to me. Super important for when you want to build your gear at the lowest cost possible. Just get feedback as soon as possible. I don't want to go all the way to 16 to find out if I like the piece or not. So attack percent bonus, if it does get like 18+%, I think this maybe is a usable piece. But for me, if I'm going to use a crit damage main primary stat, I want a crit rate secondary stat, so the piece is kind of synergistically working. So I don't love that. It is nice that it's crit damage. Maybe this is why they're giving us the thumbs up, actually. Crit damage percentage on a crit damage buffing piece. You see when HP is above 70%, so you keep your guys healed up, an extra 45% crit damage is nothing to sneeze at. Let's keep it moving. Looks like we got another fracture piece. So to me, this is a thumbs up piece. So we got only one flat stat, 2 nice bonuses for survivability, and then this is what I'm saying though, it's a bit disappointing because attack percentage bonus is super important to us. We have very few of these pieces, of these mythic pieces. So this is something I'll roll. We'll see if we get a first good couple rolls, because again, anecdotally, but to my experience, and I've talked with some other creators and some other players, it seems that if you get a couple purple rolls at the beginning, it's a lot higher percent chance you're gonna get some at the end. Maybe that's my tinfoil hat, I don't know, but it does seem to be the case. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But yeah, if this rolled big on crit rate and big on HP bonus, this is quite a nice piece. And then the crit rate again is gonna work with the crit damage set. I'm not gonna check all these pieces, don't worry. So here again, this is not a thumbs up to me. Healing effect, we don't really care. Defense bonus, not nearly as important for survivability as HP bonus on a damage dealer that this would go on. And again, I don't really want to use a crit damage main stat without a crit rate substat, crit rate secondary. And the one important attack bonus here is hidden all the way down at plus 16. So this is something I know I'm going to sell, because I'm not going to, even if it turned out to be a 25% or a gold roll, like a 27% attack bonus, I'm not going to level that for 1,000,000 gold or 800,000 gold to plus 16 to find out. Okay, so moving along, we'll just check the last mythic one. So we have 2 more. This is a really lovely, lovely, lock it before we forget. So the flat set theory is officially disproven. I think what it is when you find synergies between the primary stat and the set. But Wisdom is such a good set. After using the ultimate, increases damage by 35%. Here we've got a rage regen piece, a rage regen primary. So we're gonna regenerate rage. The ultimate's gonna happen faster, so we're gonna get more instances of this big 10-second long 35% damage buff. And here, this isn't crit damage, this is straight up whatever your damage was, multiply it by 1.35, right? So plus 35% on top of that. So 135% of what you would have done. Amazing. You love to see that. And very relevant stats. This is why I love this piece. At the first 2. So at plus 4, we get instant feedback because we probably want this on a damage dealer with the damage bonus on the wisdom set if we choose to go that set route. So that's amazing. But then also attack speed, great for damage dealers, but also for champions like Mari, who you want a lot of rage regen and attack speed. Maybe this is a really good broken set piece and the kind of piece we could bring to 12, and it's a really, really strong piece. And then flat attack could be really good. If these attack percent bonuses and attack speed bonuses are good, this could be a great damage dealing piece. Finally, our last piece here, healing effect. And okay, again, I think this is what they're doing. I think we're kind of confirming what the thumbs up means right now. Healing effect on a healing effect bonus set on the Asclepius set. So that they're just looking for synergies because there's no HP bonus here that you'd like to see. There's no attack speed. There's no rage regen. They just see healing effect on the primary. They see healing effect in the set and they go, that's a thumbs up. Finally, we have the one legendary attack bonus on a crit rate kind of damage dealing thing. I kind of like this piece, honestly. It's not something I'm dying to roll up because we are at the point where, especially with these bonus pieces, we want red gear, we want mythic gear, we want stuff that we're going to eventually plus 16. But Insight's a very nice set. It does have a crit rate bonus, so this could be like a third piece if we do need to help finish out this set. So this is something we might use later on. Okay, that kind of covers it. You know what? Let's do one quick GR3 run. I'm just going to do it on auto. It's not the most interesting thing in the world. I will keep Power of Dominance on because this isn't a guide. This is just to show you the team in which we are using. So let's just buy a small little, or implement a small little potion there. Not the sample potion, but the small potion. So to just explain how this team works, we threw some gear on our marksman that we don't use as much because you really need marksman for this stage. Nyx is a super hard carry. You can see we place arrogance. If I was to go back and do this run more efficiently, like when I've been trying to finish stage 16, which we cannot do, I do place my marksman first. But here you can see we did not do that. Marksman meaning Brienne and Theowen right there. So Brienne is wearing some damage dealing gear. Theowen is there mostly to put out a bit of damage, but using his attack speed and his ultimate to get some slows. You can see Nyx absolutely obliterating, delete button. There's no ultimate active. This is a straight up delete button. It basically looks the same without power dominance. And these guys are kind of taking care of the boss. Arrogance is doing really good damage. Lunaria here is strong enough to take care of the side. However, on 16, you get big mobs like we just saw there. also come out of the left. So currently Lunaria is not strong enough to take them on. If Lunaria had piercing damage, she would be able to do it. I really question what they were thinking making her kit, where she's this great piercer, an amazing overpowered piercer faction lord, and piercers are supposed to have piercing damage, but then she is over there with magic damage for no good reason. So you can see I took my Nyx away. That's because when it wasn't an auto run, or rather I didn't have power of dominance the first time I cleared this, there's a mythic piece. The first time I cleared this, I needed to pick Nyx up in case I needed to redeploy her later on. Now we're much stronger, so we don't need that even without power dominance. So this lets me know I should probably go in there and rerun it so I can make the run a little faster. We could probably save ourselves 10 seconds a run, which doesn't sound like much, but that's several minutes over 40, 50, 60, 100 runs, right? So what do we get? Flat attack with an HP bonus and a healing effect. This is the kind of piece I will actually not sell, even though it is flat, because it could, you know, we've got a huge HP bonus and a huge healing effect bonus. This could easily go on like one of our 5-star healers like Midon, or definitely, Midon would be the best for this, because I don't want to put this on Vortex, but until Midon's at 6 stars, if this rolls well, and keep in mind, the reason I'm willing to roll it is because it's only +4, only +8, so I'm not investing that much into it to get it to where I want to be, right? It probably would cost about 15K tops. So this is the kind of piece I actually won't sell off, even though it is flat stats. Okay, so let's look at the tournament, see how we're doing. My guess is we've already finished the tournament rewards, no problem. And actually we have 2 tournaments that wrapped up that we can claim gifts from. So we had the Arrival of Heroes, which I don't know how. I guess we did pull a lot, but we really didn't pull anything at all. We pulled 3 epics the whole weekend, but somehow that was enough to get us 5th place. I suppose this was a very easy bracket. I'm very happy this guy did pass us. He was only 43 behind. We get an extra 40 diamonds because this guy did pass us, right? So 40, that's like 2/3 of a huge stamina potion. So what is 2/3 of 200? Oh, sweet God. So like 100, wait. Oh my God, you're watching me do math. Like 132 or so, is that right? 133? Somewhere in that sweet spot. I think that is correct. All right, took me long enough. So let's claim that. Don't mind if I do. For me, I'm usually just going on an event like this where I know I'm not going to be competitive. There's no way I'm getting 5,200 points like Tu Vieja. You old. So I'm just trying to get the individual rewards. So fortunately, this was easy. Unfortunately, on the event for getting heroes, it was impossibly hard for us. We did really, really poorly there because we had very bad pulls. Hero training, you guys know I went all out on this. I was a bit scared at the end that this guy was going to pass me. I was for the longest time at like 14,900. And then I woke up this morning and he'd been at like 11 or 12,000. He was already up over 13,000. So I thought maybe he was grinding. I decided I don't want to waste energy or waste an XP bonus. I said, you know, if he catches me, I lose 3 summons. He did not catch me. I will take those 8 summons. I'll show you in 1 second, guys. Actually, I'll just show you right now. It's only gonna take 1 moment. This is not confirmed, so I don't want to do fake news. This is me postulating. I'm wondering, but you can see they released a Watcher's Archive Hatsit video, so it's a hero trailer on their official channel. Hatsit's been out for a very long time, like as long as the game. So why are they teasing Hatsit? They also, I'll just let you know a little behind the scenes, in the content creator Oasis on Discord, so that's like the private chat for content creators, our contact announced that, hey, you should put out Hatsit content and we'll give you bonus diamonds. So I obviously haven't done that, but people are on top of that. So I'm thinking, is there a Hatsit 10X this weekend? Maybe one of those 8 summons is gonna be a Hatsit. Maybe I'll be in a future video linking back to me saying that right now. Holy sweet baby guacamole. Literally the second I signed off, that's why I'm inserting this video in now. I saw a red dot that's gone now because I clicked it on events. We go to event calendar, and when you look at that, it's gonna be an absolute banger of a weekend. I'm 2 for 2 on speculation, guys. This one was a harder guess, I think, than Lunaria, but there you go. Invocation of Spirits, they don't let me see, but Invocation, I'm so excited I can't speak. Invocation of Spirits, limited rate up, and we've got some bangers. Who knows? Maybe I just jinxed it. Okay, but we have the Forgotten Palace. I think did I say Forgotten Memory? Well, it's Forgotten Palace. We're in 2nd place, so that's pretty cool. I actually wouldn't mind getting 2nd place. Seems like there's no way we can compete with Arifia. Okay, he's at 1.6 million BP. I'm sure he's farming a lot higher content than us. So if you look here, guys, the big points come from Mythic. You get 33% more points per drop on Mythic than Legendary. You really shouldn't be farming this, guys, if you're stuck getting rare and epic gear. It's going to be really hard for you to max out the rewards unless it lines up with like a Hero's Path mission for Volca. I don't think it makes sense. Very interesting also that an Ancient Mythic is the same amount of points as a Mythic. Like make this 15, 50, make this 25, right? So a Legendary is 15, then an Ancient Legendary and a Mythic should be the same. I agree with that. And then an Ancient Mythic, that should be better than an Ancient Legendary or normal Mythic, right? But you can see if you're farming like stage 19 and you're guaranteed all Mythic drops, that's going to be a lot better. And I bet you this guy is. Let's actually just see what heroes he has. Yeah, he has a Setrum. Not showing me any of the rest of his roster, only his showcase here. So we're only seeing one marksman, but even so, Comet is very, very good for this fight. Virna is super usable for this fight. He's got great champions, and he even has his Setrum Awaken 1. Sweet, so that kind of wraps that up. Let's go to events. If you guys missed it, officially, I suspected it yesterday, and it was all but confirmed. Everyone was talking about it by the end of the day. I do think I was one of the first to mention it. I mentioned it on my community tab within like 2 minutes of the day turning over. I was that excited. But you can see Lunaria, Shard Summon event. You guys might have heard me call this a fusion. To me, this is, instead of fusing heroes together, you're fusing shards together. It's a way to put stuff together, and you get this special champion. I'm very confident we'll all be able to get one copy of her. TBD if it's possible free to play to get a second copy. However, if you do want to potentially get a second copy as a free to play right now, please start making sure you're saving your huge stamina potions. So you see, we're only at 29. Let's make that 34. Let's make that even 35, right? But I actually might even be starting to save the next few days some diamonds for summons, because we know there is going to be a summoning event. You see we have 16 summons now. Shout out to those 8 summons we just got. That literally doubled our summons. So that's pretty good. My dog is barking a lot, so if you hear that, I apologize. But yeah, we can kind of wrap it up there already. I guess, you know what, one more thing I would like to touch on. If I go here and we actually look at our gear, just want to show you. So after I do a farming session like that, like I did like 35 when I woke up, then the day turned over. Then I decided, you know what, we could really benefit from like looking at a 40 together. So I ran that. So I've done like 75 summons since I woke up this morning. 75 GR3 runs. So we got new artifacts. What I like to do, I'm not going to do this with you now and go through every single piece individually. But what we can do is, you guys, if you've never noticed, they have the little icons here so you can see what set it is. And once you've played for a little while, you know what they look like. So here you can see a sword is for attack. So this is flat attack. Then there's a little percentage. So that's attack bonus. Same thing here. We have a flat HP, or maybe is this healing effect? No, so flat HP. Yeah, I just, for the underline, confused me for a second. And then you have the little percentage, so that's bonus. We really love to see these two pieces because we have almost no HP bonus, HP percentage, primary stats, mythic gear on the account. So what I like to do is just go piece by piece and let's just take a quick peek. So this is, again, unfortunate, but something that I will at least lock because it could be amazing if you, actually, this could be incredible for light lock. Once we start bringing him out of Gear Raid 1, because we do get an HP bonus because he needs some tankiness, and then a healing effect, attack speed, it could be very good for him actually as a healer. Let's only click the bonuses. This one, because we get Rage Regen at 8, I probably will keep it. It could be good, but the rest of the stats I don't love. But you know, if the Rage Regen rolls really well, there's some heroes it would work well on. Here we go. This piece is fantastic. The set isn't very good. This is a healing set, but this is an amazing broken set piece. Unfortunately, we have to wait all the way to 16 to get crit rate. However, if we get a decent roll on either attack speed or crit damage, I'm talking about in this 50th percentile here. So I think this would come out to about 50 attack speed, and this would probably be about 30 or 25 crit damage, maybe 20. This is a piece I will bring to 16, just for that chance to get attack speed, crit damage, and crit rate. The only way this piece could really be better is with like some rage regen, I guess, or even flat attack. This is a pretty gorgeous piece. Of course, the set isn't good, but alas. So HP bonus, I really like this piece. The set's a broken set piece, but all of these are relevant except for the crit damage, and we get instant feedback with the flat HP. So as long as I get a decent flat HP bonus, I will bring this to plus 12, hoping for some good healing effect. I'd love to see Rage Regen, then it'd be like the perfect piece for my Vortex, but still pretty solid. One more bangle to check here. So HP bonus with flat HP and healing effect again. So this is, again, something I'm going to keep. A broken set piece, but could be really good for Vortex. I want to push gear raid 2. We're stuck at stage 17. I want to get to stage 18, and we're not going to do that without better gear on our vortex. So that's nice to see. Now I'm going to go a lot faster, guys, now that you can see. I do like checking crit damage in case it has the crit rate sub. It doesn't here, but this is a nice instant feedback at +4. Looks like we didn't get anything else nice there. We do have 1 attack percentage here. So this piece, I think this is the one we saw before. This is 2 pieces of instant feedback, so I will roll it up. I'm not locking it because I'm for sure keeping it. I'm locking it because I'm for sure gonna roll it to like +8. So finally we got our first defense percentage. You can see we did get a decent amount of mythic gear, but not that much. And I did sell some off earlier between the 2 sessions, but you can see not that much usable stuff in terms of like percentages and rage regen, bonuses, rage regen, stuff like that. So defense bonus with some really nice damage stats potentially, but not a good set. I'm not obsessed with this piece. I do want to do some testing with defense bonus. I actually think it's better for damage mitigation than we may realize, so that's cool to see. Here's an attack percentage with flat attack. So that's, if it gets a really big flat attack, I guess we'll keep it. Otherwise, we probably will have to sell it off because the rest isn't so relevant. But if this rolls like high blue or purple, we probably will keep it. Rage regen, this is the piece I was talking about before. This piece is goated, potentially. This is a really strong piece. Attack speed and rage regen is a great synergy. And finally, we have one last piece and then we can wrap up the video. This piece is very upsetting. So it is a really good set. I think this is the piece we looked at before as well. I will lock it just because if one of these defense bonuses or flat HP rolls really high, like I said, from my experience, that does seem to bode well for more high rolls. But if it rolls low, like under the second line here, so under the 40th percentile, we are gonna have to sell it probably. So that is unfortunate. So not the greatest stuff in the world. You see we have a couple other pieces hanging out down here from earlier sessions. Pretty cool. All right, guys, so there's a little look into Gear Raid 3, where we stand, our approach to artifacts in terms of assessment, and then what to sell, what to level, what to save, what to not think about. I've been Fastidious. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.